Welcome back to 11 of the last 20. Next on our countdown is a Lady Mountain who used her skills to play at a high level and helped her teammates do the same. Check her out.
Number 7, Ephrata's Lea Severin, 4-time All-Star, 2008 Section 2 MVP.
Lea Severin was a player who could play any position and she'd be the best player on the field.
Seip, take the kick. Great placement.
Right on and in.
And that's a goal.
So Lea was just total package. She was kind of all over the field.
A midfielder that, controlled the game and the tempo of the game.
One of the things I really remember about her is she seemed to always have her head up. And because of her skill and her physical ability, having her head up all the time.
Oh, that's a nice ball. Oh, great chance.
She was always able to pick out her teammates and make them look better. And when her teams needed her, she was right there to step up and make that big play.
It's Lea Seip.
Oh, Megs it.
Right through the legs. That is Lea Seip, the leading scorer for Ephrata.
She started every game of her high school career, every game of her college career. She went to Messiah College. She was part of 3 national championship teams up there. Just an unbelievable player.
Well, obviously, she went on to have a great career in college as well, and I think she was a strong midfield player for them as well.
Number 6, Ephrata's Annie Slovak, All-State, 2019 Section 2 MVP.
Annie, very fresh in my mind. She's been just, one of the best players in the league the last couple of years.
Incredibly dynamic, could come out of nowhere to beat 3 defenders and score a goal, but so versatile you could drop her deep into midfield and the game just completely changes and the dynamics completely change for both teams because of what she's doing.
Annie was an opposing player that you absolutely hate playing against. She had that knack of finding the goal at that one moment that you felt like you were getting back into a game as the opposition.
Very good on the ball, very technical, also very strong. The type of player that can create space for herself and look to get a shot. Even with a half a yard of space, she can get a shot off and beat you with a deep shot.
If the ball was coming into her with any kind of pace, she had this amazing little move where she would just roll the defender and kind of just not even touch the ball, just let it go by everybody, and she would just spin and go, and then she's one-on-one with your keeper, and with that kind of finishing ability, it didn't turn out well for us sometimes.
Annie Slovak missed her entire junior year when Ephrata made it to the state semifinals, and that really motivated her heading into her senior year. She led the team, just an offensive machine, and she led the team to the LL title, which was the first in school history.
Congratulations to the Ephrata Mountaineers as they win their first Lancaster Level League Girls Championship.
Unfortunately, we had to play against Annie in a playoff. So one year in 2016, we managed to squeak out a 1-0 victory, and then this year in the playoffs, they beat us in overtime.
Cut it back. Lets it rip. It's in the net. Annie Slovak.
We put her on the wing for a little bit because CV center backs were really, really good and, taking a chance, and sure enough, she got an inch of space, and, we were actually encouraging her to take the outside of the field, and, gladly she didn't listen and she decided to cut it in and took her opportunity.
The thing I remember most about Annie is if games got tough and an effort and needed a goal, she would just decide she was going to score and take the ball across the top of the 18 and rip a shot, and a lot of times it just tucked right under the crossbar. So she had the ability to just, when her team needed her, step up and score that big goal.
Number 5, Calico's Emily's Workin, 3-time All-Star, 40 career goals as a Lady Eagle.
Emily, probably the most naturally talented player that's come through Calico. She had it all: speed, physical ability, technical ability.
Emily was a forward who you knew was going to score a goal every time you faced her, and you just had to try to take that into account.
Takes a long one up and over and in!
And overcome it, but she always was in the right place at the right time and could beat you with speed.
I remember seeing her play, and I remember her physical presence on the field. She was a very tall player.
Even as a freshman, she was really, really impressive for us and provided a lot of big goals.
Emily's Workin is one of the best players I've seen at the high school level.
You see a nice cross. Nicole's Workin comes in, shoots off the crossbar, and then coming in was Emily's Workin to pot in the rebound.
Just offensive dynamo.
Just bodies in.
When she got the ball,
run one-on-one, takes the foul and scores!
She could just kind of make a move and push it by a player and go. At the same time, when she had to come inside, she was also just really, really strong and able to take players on and find ways to score.
Emily's Workin scored 8 goals in one game against Warwick. I wasn't there, but from what I remember being told, it was a rainy day. It was a back and forth game and ended up 8-7, and Emily had 8 other goals.
And went on to college and had just an unbelievable career at Kutztown. All-region player.
At Kutztown, as mature as she was as a high school player, there at Kutztown, she started to understand even more how hard it is to play at that, be a top-level player at Division II. And I think when she realized that, that's where she became the top-notch D2 player that she was. She really understood the work ethic that was needed. As great a career she had in our high school, and this doesn't happen often, so all the credit to her. She probably had a better college career than she did have a high school career.
Number 4, Manheim Central's Jenna West, 4-time first-team All-Star, 2014 Section 2 MVP.
If you were playing against Manheim Central during those years, you had to know where Jenna West was. She was really, an engine that made that team go.
Jenna West is everything to Manheim Central. She is just a tireless workhorse. Brad Weaver and I had started coaching at Manheim Central. It was an environment in which a culture was intramural at best. Players were really not pushing one another to get better, and I knew that we could build a program around Jenna. So when she started her freshman year, things really changed for us.
Jenna's a player that had already graduated before any of our current players were playing, but they all still know who she is. She has had a lasting impact on our program, and really is a player that kids look up to.
I can't emphasize enough how instrumental Jenna West was to Manheim Central, and even to today, with the success. That growth has continued to flourish, and it's all because of Jenna.
A shot that goes all the way into the net.
In there.
She was really an offensive threat, in the midfield for the Mariners. She was really the center of a lot of what happened for those Manheim Central teams.
Just incredible on the ball, technical.
West gets it again, takes the shot, and scores!
Really be able to control a game, distribute, obviously scored a bunch of goals as well, but when they were playing well, she was dominating.
All-state player, well-deserved, MVP, well-deserved. Most important thing about Jenna is her attitude, and her work ethic. Just a great drive.
We've cracked the top 5 in our countdown, but coming up next, we unveil who made the top 3 and who's walking away as our #1 girls soccer player of the last 20 years.